Hi, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm just going to show you my my sleep setup. So everything I use for sort of camping, in terms of when I'm sleeping and stuff like that at night. So I've got my helium pillow here, sleeping bag just down here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll give you some better footage of it. It's my Trekology UL80 sleeping pad, and just down here is the Hunker Bivvy XL, which is a bivvy bag that I actually put over my sleeping bag to protect it from condensation and stuff like that from the elements. That's something that I've added new for this season. So so we're just going to have a look at it really and go through it. The sleeping bag I use is the Alpkit Pipedream 400. So this is the bag that I've used in sort of very cold temperatures, pretty much down to sort of -5. It's goose down, so it's not a synthetic sleeping bag. So we're going to have a look at that. When I first looked at getting a sleeping bag, it was around sort of October 2019 when I was looking to do my first sort of winter solo wild camp up on Bamford Edge. Temperatures were -5. And I realised then I needed to get something very high quality, very premium. So I got the Pipedream from Alpkit, the 400 goose down sleeping bag. It's not cheap on price, but the way I figure it is you need to invest in, if you want to do winter camping, you need to get, you know, a very good sleeping bag, something that's going to keep you warm, because it really is a matter of life and death. So I've managed to use the sleeping bag all year round. That's one of the best things about it, is you can use this as basically like can unzip it in the summer and use it as a duvet. And you know, I did that on the Great Glen Way in Scotland, sort of in September. I've done it on the West Highland Way in July, but I've also obviously used it in sub-zero temperatures. I used it up on Kinder Scout on the 19th of December before lockdown. So so I'll try and give you a good look at that. But it's kept me really warm in very cold temperatures. And you know, I can't emphasize enough that when you're choosing a sleeping bag for the first time, perhaps you're watching this video looking to get a sleeping bag for the first time, you know, if you want to do camping in the winter as well as the summer, then you need to get, you know, a very high quality sleeping bag. It's going to keep you warm in sub-zero temperatures, right? You don't want to go and spend sort of 30 quid on Amazon and get something cheap, which I just wouldn't recommend that at all. Get something decent. Alpkit makes some fantastic products. I've got a lot of Alpkit stuff. The bivvy bag, the Hunker XL, is something that I've added this season. So so you can see that, but I'd actually put on that camp up on Kinder Scout, I put my sleeping bag inside here, and I really got it not just as an extra sort of layer, though it does do that. It definitely gives you an extra sort of insulation layer. I really got it to protect my sleeping bag from getting wet, because I don't want this to get wet, because it's goose down. It's very high quality. I want this bag to last as long as possible. So it's really highly recommended that you get a bivvy bag. Now the Alpkit one in particular is breathable. Not all of these bivvy bags are breathable. So the Hunker XL is a breathable bag, so you're not going to sweat inside it. You're not going to get any moisture inside it, which is what you don't want for protecting your sleeping bag. So it's a very high quality bivvy bag. You've got to be careful with that, because a lot of bivvy bags, you know, they're very good, but a lot of them don't breathe inside. So you're going to wake up in the morning, if your bivvy bag doesn't breathe, you're going to wake up to moisture and condensation, which is what you don't want. So really highly recommended. I've seen some people that have done some sort of long distance hikes in the summer, complaining that they wish they brought their bivvy bag to protect their sleeping bag, because they got moisture on their bag and they didn't bring it along in the summer. So it's a really key addition, I think, to whether you're doing wild camping or in the winter or in the summer. But it definitely gives you an insulation, a layer of an extra sort of layer of warmth. And I've also got just a cheap sort of sleeping bag liner from Mountain Warehouse, and that really kept me warm up on Kinder Scout on just before the lockdowns. That was on the 19th of December, and I was really warm. I have a down jacket, and so the sleeping pad that I use, and again I'll give you some real close-ups and better shots of this, and we'll talk about the specifications. The sleeping pad I use is the Trekology UL80 that everyone's sort of raving about, because first of all, Trekology are a very good brand, and it's pretty cheap. So it goes down, I think it's about sort of £39, something like that. Now, when you're sleeping on the ground in winter, you can get cold just from the ground sucking heat out of your body. So when you see premium manufacturer sleeping pads such as Thermarest, they have what's called higher R value. So you've probably seen those sleeping pads are upwards of £200, and they're priced like that for a reason, because their R value is high. Is high, and that's in terms of the insulation level inside that mat. So it's going to keep you warm. Basically, it's not going to suck the heat out of you. The ground's not going to suck the heat out of you. This one's classed, I'd say, R value would, I'd probably say 2, 1.5, 2. So it's not great for that. It's not great for keeping you warm in sub-zero. So what you would want to probably do is just get a cheap sort of foil mat to put underneath, which a lot of people do. I've got another sort of Thermarest mat that I use, and I put that underneath on that Campon Kinder Scout. So you're going to need definitely some separate insulation underneath this. But yeah, this is what I use really for camping and when I'm sleeping. The helium pillow that I use is from Decathlon. So it's the Quechua one. I think this is brilliant. It's very, very cheap, and it's got that kind of pillowy sort of feel. I know there's these sort of pillows by sort of Sea to Summit, which I'm sure are very good, but they still have that kind of plasticky sort of outer. And this Decathlon one's got kind of like a cottony sort of feel to it. It's a really, really comfortable pad. Highly recommended. So I think it's about £12 in Decathlon. So yeah. But what we'll do is we'll give you a better sort of look at the sleep system, and we'll go from there. We'll talk about some of the specifications. But the Pipedream sleeping bag, I said about it being a great bag to use all year round. It's also very lightweight as well. So we'll go through the specifications in terms of weight and all that sort of thing. So let's do it. So the Pipedream 400 is an ultralight, lightweight compressible bag with an excellent sort of warmth to weight ratio. It's about 400 grams of 750 fill powdered down. It provides a lot of lofty warmth without compromising on weight, weighing at about 865 grams, and it packs down as small as 19 by 14 centimeters. So really, really small. The Pipedream 400 is the ideal level of downfill for a free season bag in the UK. For free season, so that's great for sort of summer alpine climbing, or even just using it as a liner bag for winter use. So the horizontal box wall baffles eradicate cold spots and prevent down migration, and a tapered mummy shape ensures the bag is as firmly efficient as possible by reducing the amount of internal air. The draw cord, hood closure, neck baffle and full length zip baffle keep out drafts, trapping precious warm air when the temperature drops. The Pipedream 400 has a water resistant PFC-free DWR coating, so basically the odd drip of condensation or early morning sort of dew won't ruin your bag's insulation, even though I do use the Hunker Bivvy XL. The DownTech hydrophobic down also sort of loses less of its warmth when wet. It dries quicker and it recovers much better from the moisture. Recovers really, really well. So the sleep limit, Alpkit say, is -6 degrees, which is 21.2 Fahrenheit. That's the recommended usable limit of the bag. The majority of Alpkit's customers say they find this to be the tipping point between comfortable and a restless night's sleep. So the UL80, Trekology UL80, the mat elevates you by about 4 inches, which is 10 centimeters from the ground, providing really good comfort for all kinds of sleepers. The unique curvative edge design supports your body full, so you won't sort of roll over or roll out of the mat that's something that's really, really good compared to a lot of sleeping mats which don't have that curved design. So it keeps you more snug, keeps you more secure. The camping pad is made of 40D nylon, so it's got a water resistant coating that sustains even the harshest of sort of weather. So it's very, very, very high quality for that. The one-way valve makes it really easy to inflate and deflate the mattress. So you can do this via mouth, or I have the pumpsack, which I'll show you as well, or just a standard electronic sort of pump. So this will basically, we can open that up, and that won't lose the air. So that's where we can actually blow into the mattress, and when we actually blow into that, it keeps the air intact inside the mattress, so we can stop, if we're getting a bit out of breath, we can actually stop blowing it up. And then to actually completely deflate the mat, you just pull this up, which I'm not going to do at this stage as I'm currently reviewing the mat. So in terms of weight, the mat weighs 750 grams and can pack into a 7.3 by 4 by 7 little bag that it comes with, or anything really. It packs down really, really small. So the R value is rated, as I said between sort of 1.5 and 2. It's actually 1.6. So it's a free season mat. So it's ideal for sort of temperatures of 35.6 Fahrenheit or 2 degrees and above. So you will need a foil mat underneath if you're going to camp in any temperatures that are lower than sort of 2 degrees. So to sum up, it's ultra thick, 4 inches, 10 centimeters, insulating you in even very cold and uneven grounds, though it won't be anything less than sort of 2 degrees, as it's got an R value of 1.6. So ideal for sort of free season camping. You will need obviously that that foil mat to put underneath. And this is the pump sack, so it's pretty knackering actually blowing up by hand, blowing up from your mouth, this mat. Literally a couple of breaths and I'm feeling pretty lightheaded. So Trekology actually do a pump sack. So how this works, I can't really demonstrate it in here, but you'd fill this with air, and as you can see, you'd screw this part, I think it's that part, onto the actual onto the actual valve, which it fits, and then with the trapped air in the bag, you just squeeze the bag of the air into the mat and it fills it, and it will pump up the mat. Really, really clever. Also doubles as a dry bag as well. It's really large, so I'll definitely be using this on some wild camps and long distance hikes. So I'll be able to fill the bag with my it could be my clothing. Fill it, I think it's pretty waterproof, so I can use that as a dry bag, get to tent, get to camp, take everything out, and then just inflate the mat with this. Brilliant. Alright guys, so I hope you found that video useful. I'll do a separate review for the Hunker Bivvy XL, but as I say, I would definitely recommend to get a bivvy bag to protect against sort of condensation on the bag, even though Alpkit do say that the Pipedream 400 is resistant to sort of condensation in the tent. It's ideal to get an extra sort of bivvy bag to give you a bit of extra insulation in if you're doing sort of winter camping as well. But the Hunker XL is fully breathable inside, which is really, really key. But I'll definitely be using that going forward. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this sort of helped you decide if you're looking to get a sleeping bag, a sleeping mat. But the Pipedream 400, I think it's about £160. I mean, I paid £230 for it when I got it. But there's a lot of options out there for sleeping bags. But if you're going to get one, get a down sleeping bag. Definitely get a down sleeping bag. The beauty of the Pipedream 400 is that I can use it all year round. I can pretty much use it all year round in the UK conditions. In the summer, I just use it as a duvet, and it packs down really, really light as well. So if you go up any more than that for a sleeping bag, it's going to get bigger, it's going to get heavier. And then, questions have to be raised about, can you sort of take that on like a long distance hike? Is it going to be a bit too heavy? That's the great thing about the Pipedream 400. I can just use it all year round. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. As I say, if you're new here, please feel free to subscribe. And drop a comment below if you've got any questions about any of this. Just drop a comment below. That'd be great. If you do like the video, please click the like button. And and I'll look forward to seeing you.